Hello and welcome to the latest CraftySniper's airsoft videos. Now in today's video I'm going to be doing a kit review of my PMC kit. Now for those that have been on the CraftySniper Facebook page, you've seen various photos of this kit as I've grown it up. I'm pretty much happy now with what I've got, maybe a few little tweaks here and there, but the main stuff is here. I've got a primary, I've got a way to support that primary, and I've got my clothing, which is always very important for PMC. So, what is a PMC? Well, PMC stands for Private Military Contractor. These are the guys that go in, they give security to VIPs, they can occasionally help out with training of other countries' forces, especially if they're quite, shall we say, not well off. But basically you're looking at VIP protection. These guys go into Iraq, they go into Afghanistan, they'll also give protection to guys, or people, even companies, when you're in the likes of America. And various of clothing will change as the theatre changes for their operations. So, what I've decided to do is try and pay attention to some of the golden rules of PMC. Now, one of the biggest bugbear rules that you see out there with PMCs is never, ever, 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 ever wear camouflage. Bollocks. Absolute rubbish. Right. PMCs can wear what they want. They are private military. If their bosses have a uniform for them, then they'll obviously wear the uniform. But most of the time, private military just wear what they want. Now, just think about this. If you're going into the likes of Afghanistan, you've got the good guys, the bad guys, and the PMC slap bang in the middle. Now, it's probably going to be a good idea for Mr. PMC not to wear anything that the good guys wear or the bad guys wear. So what they'll tend to do is, sometimes they will wear camouflage. They'll wear camouflage trousers, for instance. And what they'll do is, they'll make sure that that camouflage pattern is not anything close to the camouflage patterns that the real military are actually using, or even the enemy are using. Because the last thing the PMC wants is to be labelled up as an enemy soldier or combatant and shot. So yes, most of the times, 90% of the time, they will not wear any camouflage, just like what I'm wearing at the moment. Their webbing will be obviously OD green or desert coloured, depending on the theatre of operations they're in. But camouflage itself, they'll probably not wear. But I have seen photos of various PMCs actually wearing camouflage gear. Just happens to be that it's not a complete camouflage gear. Like I say, just maybe the trousers. So what I've decided to do is stick to the golden rule of no camouflage. So the closest you're going to get to camouflage on this kit is this webbing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go top to bottom and show you guys just what comprises my PMC kit. So let's go straight to the top. Baseball cap. That's all it is. It's just a fancy, well, not even a fancy baseball cap. This one came from the club. I've had it for, well, as long as I've been CraftySniper, really. The great thing about these are they're comfortable. They allow your head to breathe. They're not very hot. So in the hot weather, these are brilliant. Nice bit of shade on my face. They don't give much protection to the back of your neck, but that is a baseball cap as a whole. So yeah, in the middle of summer, these things are extremely comfortable. Moving on down straight below them, we have the very important eye protection. Now, these are Bolly eye protectors, and they're basically sunglasses. You can get them in different shades, from full tints. I think you can get one that's actually a little bit darker than these. Then you get a fairly light tint. Then you get the completely and utterly see-through, so no tints at all. And then you can also get the yellow tints, which are there for low light. So they kind of enhance your vision when it's, let's say, low light conditions like evening. So I wear these because they are incredibly comfortable. I've gone through different sets, different pairs, and the only reason why I ever change these things is when they get shot. I have received numerous shots to the face, and some of the BBs have smacked or impacted with the with my glasses here. All that happens is BB explodes, shoots off, and it tells me, because the little scratches on the glasses, to change my glasses as soon as I can. So yeah, these things are they're not the cheapest glasses out there. They're certainly not by a long shot the expensivest, but they're pretty damn good, and I've had no issues with them whatsoever. So if you're going for that sunglasses kind of look a bit, well, try and look a bit cool, these are pretty damn good. Moving on to the biggest thing here, apart from me, the primary. Now this is my Tokyo Marui Scar H Recoil Shock Series rifle, or we'll just call it the Scar. I haven't managed to use this thing yet in a match. I am just itching to use this thing. It is in dark earth. and the reason why I've chosen this rifle is because it is fully ambidextrous. Now, I'm a lefty. I shoot with my left arm, so I need a weapon with the controls that are either on for the favouring even the left-handed shooter, or at least ambidextrous. And this thing has ambidextrous fire mode selector and mag release, so this thing is brilliant. Also, if I was to get in and out of a vehicle, PMCs usually, like I say, give VIPs protection, so they need to be in and out of a vehicle. So if I have an airsoft match where I'm going to be getting in and out of the vehicle, this rifle has the ability to have its stock folded, therefore taking up a little bit less space, so it's actually quite a comfortable weapon to be using in and out of a vehicle. Not so much very friendly for CQB work. I mean, it has got just the flash hider on the end. You can make this a little bit longer, but remember, this is a 7.62 weapon, so it wouldn't have been a CQB weapon in the slightest. If you want a CQB SCAR, you get the SCAR L. This is attached to me via a single point sling with a fast clip release here, allowing me to ditch the primary should I need to. Also, that's an expensive gun, I don't want to drop it. So yes, this is attached to a single point sling, very strong bungee cord, very strong connector. I always look for that when I'm buying a sling, because you're going to put your pride and joy connected to you via a 1 point or 2 point or 3 point sling. If that sling is naff, it's going to break straight away, your weapon's going to land on the floor, and chances are it's going to cause damage to your weapon. You don't want to spend all your money on a primary and then attach it to a £12.99 sling. So this sling was about 20 odd pounds. That's usually good quality. If I wouldn't order them online, I'd actually go to the shop so I can physically get a hand on the sling. So like I said, this sling, single point, very, very comfortable, and it holds the SCAR extremely well. Moving on to my chest rig. This is an 8 fields chest rig. It's not the most expensive. Again, there's a lot of things going on here in PMC. It's not the most expensive, it ain't the cheapest. This is exactly the same. This was around 40 odd pounds, I think it was. Might have been a bit more actually, but certainly less than 50. Anyway, starting at the top, I have a speed load, well actually no, I have a Desert Eagle magazine. Obviously I have a Desert Eagle as a secondary, I'll get onto that in a minute. There are two ways I like to use the Desert Eagle. One is to have one loaded magazine in the Desert Eagle and then use this as a 90 round speed loader holder for that Desert Eagle. So the Desert Eagle taking 0.3 rounds. Or I get this mag and I put this one in here, like so, and I use the Desert Eagle's other mag. So it allows me to have 2 mags loaded, ready to go. Obviously I'm not relying too much on the Desert Eagle as a protection. It's there just in case or should I say when, I balls things up. So anyway, moving across, we have my patches. Obviously the Crafty name tag. Links your airsoft club, extremely important to me. And the latest patch, you're not going to see this one, is a dark earthy brown one. This is the glorious Tokyo Marui recoil user patch. I can't see it's upside down. Yeah, the glorious Tokyo Marui Master Race patch. Very important. You get yourself a recoil rifle, you get yourself one of these. Wear that with pride. Moving on further down, we have 4 magazines. These are 90 round magazines. They can be converted very easily to 20 round magazines. So if you want to take your SCAR H and run it on hardcore settings, just change these mags out for 20 rounders. All you got to do is just unscrew the bottom here, take that out, flip a switch. That's a 20 rounder mag. Now what I've got here, I have two styles of mag holders. The one down here is a plastic one, and it extends, grips the magazine, allows the magazine to sit in there with nothing gripping over the top of it, and it will not come out. If you can run, you can jump around, you can act like a lunatic, these magazines will not come out. These 2 magazine holders are a little bit different. They are adjustable magazine holders. They have bungee cord all around them with little tabs on the top of them, and all you do is pull the tab to one side, pulling your magazine out. Putting them back in again is just doing the exact opposite. Obviously these are set up in my collection for 5.56 mags, M4 mags. So what I've done is just readjusted them for the SCAR 7.62 mags, and away we go. Put them in there and it works perfectly. So I'm carrying 4 90 rounders. I've got a 5th 90 rounder in the actual SCAR itself. Moving over to the left hand side, we have the aforementioned Desert Eagle. This is another Tokyo Marui product. It's in chrome, it is badass. If you call this thing a pistol, oh, you're wrong. This is not a pistol, this is a hand cannon. This thing is absolutely amazing. I got this about 3 weeks ago now. in a swap deal. It's awesome. This thing has actually been upgraded. It's got 6.03 inner barrel inside it. This can put .3s out to about 55, pushing 60 meters if you've got the wind behind you. And when I say putting it out there, I mean accurately. So this thing in a CQB environment is going to be very scary to go up against. You imagine coming around the corner and seeing this pointing back at you. You're probably just going to surrender right then and there if I allow it. Now the holster, very important when you have a secondary. I have the Warrior Strike Systems adjustable holster, having a wrap-round style holster. These things are absolutely gold dust. Absolutely amazing. I see a lot of other pistol holsters out there. This one is just the best. Not only does it fit a pistol, it fits 90% of airsoft pistols. This thing has had a Desert Eagle in it, my Glock, my XDM, and my Makarov. A Makarov is tiny, it's like half the size of this thing, probably less than that, and it fits it perfectly. The original owner of this used to put, or we did trial this, a M320 grenade launcher, another Tokyo Marui product, into here. I guess we had to adjust it, we had to stretch it a little bit, but it fit a grenade launcher. A pistol holster fit a grenade launcher. You try doing that with any other pistol holster. They're absolutely awesome. They are a bit expensive, they're over about £35, £38, but I think they're absolutely golden, because these things, it's not a case of, oh, I'll use the Desert Eagle today, and then the next match I want to use the Glock, oh, the Glock won't fit in it. This thing will just take it, just readjust it, bang, there you go, you can put your Glock into it, and then the next match you go back to your Desert Eagle, not that you'd have gone back to the Glock in the first place. Absolutely awesome, brilliant piece of kit. Now obviously, like I said, these mags are 90 round mid-cap, so I do need to reload them, and I can't just pour a bottle in there. So what I have here is a radio pouch. There's a little clip on it. Brings out a, would you believe, Tokyo Marui M4 speed loader. This holds 470 rounds, I think is advertised. Like any other speed loader, you got a little plunger at the top, little trap door just to pour your BBs in. And like I said, this holds 470 rounds, so this allows me to reload my magazines quite quickly. Anyone who's used a speed loader before, you just get a little plunger up, put it on your magazine, click, 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 load it up, 90 rounds, bang, away you go. If you're using 20 rounds, infinitely quicker, and this will last a lot longer. So I am itching to use my rifle as a 20 rounders, I really am. Got a little clip on there just to make sure that nothing falls out. It's the only noisy part of my kit other than my mouth. Now, like I said at the very start of this, oh yeah, right, gloves. I always forget about the gloves, these are the most important things sometimes. These are mechanics gloves. You see these just about everywhere now in airsoft, different varieties, different shades, different colours, different flavours. I found these are absolutely brilliant because they're really, really light. In the middle of summer, these breathe really, really well, and they allow you still to get hold of your weapon and operate all the functions, all the fire mode selectors, and you actually feel all the dexterity in the gloves. So absolutely amazing gloves. These are, I don't know how much these are, usually about £10 to £20 usually, depends on where you get them from. I think mine are about £12. Brand spanking new, they are official mechanics gloves, absolutely awesome, really rate these. Now like I said at the start of the video, camouflage to me, no. This is as close as you get to camouflage with me. So as you can see, I am wearing a checkered style shirt, completely and utterly not camouflageable in the slightest. Very, very comfortable, very, very light, middle of summer again, blazing hot. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. I may get a sports top to kind of cover my arms, you know, one of those really skin tight, breathable ones, which will just give me a bit more protection against shot on the arms. But to be honest with you, I've seen PMCs wear these kind of things before. Now trousers, now there's no way on this planet I can get my legs up high enough to show you, so what I've done is, I'm actually wearing a pair of shorts. These are my trousers. All these are, if I can find the top half of them, they're just cargo trousers. That's all they are. Many, many pockets in them. Nice zip pocket for anything I want to keep zipped up and secure. There's about 4 pockets on these things, 5 if you count the back. Again, extremely comfortable, extremely light. I'm going to see how good these are when I get to my very first match using my PMC kit, but I'm expecting quite a lot out of these. These are not Uber airsoft gear. I mean, yes, you can buy 511 gear and it'll be absolutely wonderful. 70 odd pound, 80 odd pound and more for a pair of trousers. I got those and another pair of trousers for about 30 odd. I think it's £35, I think it was. Absolutely fantastic. PMC, wonderful. So yeah, I'm CraftySniper. That's my PMC gear. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, again, ask me down below on the YouTube page, or post your comments on the Facebook page. If you have any suggestions, like I say, feel free, ask away, post them away. I'm willing to listen to anyone who has an interest in my PMC gear. So yeah, I will be doing a review of said new primary at some point. But that's it, I'm CraftySniper, this is my PMC gear, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on an airsoft field very, very soon.